Let's have a look at how which skills will be tested. ICAO English Tests looks at 6 aspects of English. These are, firstly, vocabulary, structure, secondly, and pronunciation, fluency, comprehension, and interaction. Okay? The assessors use the IQ rating scale to mark your performance. You may find the details in the scoring chapter. The IQ rating scale was designed by an expert panel on behalf of IQ. You are tested in 6 language areas as we talked. You are only tested for these skills via listening and speaking. Here is important, okay? You will see just listening and speaking. You are not being tested via reading or writing. So let's write it. There is no reading in this exam and there is no writing, okay? You will be just tested via listening and speaking skills, okay? It can be helpful to consider the skills as forming a pyramid, such a structure as illustrated in figure. In this representation, the 3 linguistic subskills structure, vocabulary, and pronunciation at the base of the pyramid are used by the speakers and hearers and provide the foundation for the performance skills of speaking, means fluency, and listening, which is comprehension. These 2 performance skills are further combined to ensure proficiency in interaction. Linguistic proficiency in listening and speaking can be broken down into components skills, which are described with their associated learning processes. These are the skills that appear in the IQ rating scales. The first one, as we talk, is pronunciation, which is phonological competence. The basic elements of pronunciation, therefore, or accents, are the individual sounds, okay, of the language. The patterns for stressing and unstressing syllables and words, and the patterns governing the rhythm and intonation of sentences. Okay, these are the basic elements for pronunciation. Let's have a look at the structure, which is grammatical competence. These structure parts basically focus on the discovery of grammatical rules by presentations and explanations by induction, productive use of structures in isolation, and productive use within context. Okay, so we understood that the structure part mainly focus on the grammar. The third base part is this vocabulary, which is seen over here. In vocabulary, the level of proficiency will be apparent in the accuracy, range, and speed of access. Here is important to the vocabulary required in a given situations. Okay, the skill also induces a paraphrasing skills. Okay, let's have a look at the fluency. This skills addresses the ability to produce unrehearsed speech at an appropriate pace. Non-functional hesitations and fillers due to language processing or excessive self-monitoring, okay, gradually diminish as proficiency increases. So this fluency shows how fluent you are, okay, how fast or maybe natural when you are speaking. Okay, let's have a look at the comprehension part. This skill addresses the ability to recognize and understand speech. Okay, this is the understanding, a little bit related with the listening part of the exam. Okay, development of the skill will result in decreasing difficulty when dealing with complex discourse, with unexpected or unfamiliar topics, unfamiliar accents, okay, or delivery styles, and with unfavorable conditions of receptions due to background noise, etc. Okay. Proficiency in comprehension can be characterized by the degree of detail and speed of understanding. Okay. The final aspect of evaluation is the interaction. These skills addresses the ability to engage in spontaneous spoken dialogue and to successfully achieve communicative goals. Okay, increasing proficiency in these skills results in reduced allowance or effort on the parts of an interlocutor to maintain a conversation. Okay, these are the basic skills that you will be tested, and these all skills will be studied detailedly in scoring chapter.